And then before you even got to the beach, there was a whole line of people right there. They had jewelry and different things, and because they were in the shade right there, it was much more comfortable. And if you sat up there at Club Med, they just walk right up to you and say, "Okay, would you be interested in buying this and that and this and this and that?" They would want to sell those things to you just like that. Anything from jewelry to t-shirts to whatever, shirts. They'd sell a lot of their wares right there. See, somebody's shaking their wares out there right there. No, that's a blanket they're shaking. Beach blanket. That's the beach there at Club Med Ixtapa. That's how big it was. Huge beach. When they do these Club Meds there, they did them in a really big way. They're windsurfing. Oh, they're doing a good job. They're windsurfing. They're doing just fine. I tried to learn how to windsurf in Tahiti. Wow, was that hard. But these people are doing just fine. And away they go. You can get out there and you can turn the surf around and you can windsurf your way right back again too. And if you know how to do it, you can make the same wind work with you no matter which direction you go in. So you're just scooting right across the water there, doing just fine. Big, huge beach there at Club Med. Those white chairs, they were typical of what you'd get. You get into one of those white chairs, lay your towel down on the chair. That would clean the chair then for you, because it was your towel. And in your chair, you can go have breakfast. You come back, the chair is waiting for you. And then you just lay there after you've had your big breakfast. You just lay there and just go right to sleep. And that's a big building they had there at Club Med where they served, that's like a big dining room and everything, where they served the food. There's a Mexican with his wares. A whole bunch of Mexicans actually. They all want to sell their wares to people as they come down those steps. Now this is in that building I just showed there. This is what's up on it was huge. It had two levels. One level was right here, Mexican foods, all these different types of Mexican foods. And the other level was American foods. They'd cook up all these different things, and it was a big production cooking all these different foods. And I like trying all the different Mexican foods because I couldn't believe the variety of all these different Mexican foods they had. So you go fill up your plate, you come back and sit down, and away you'd go. They had all different kinds of good Mexican foods. Big production. And you got there at noontime for your production. Wow, that was a lot of fun. And they would sit 6 or 8 people at a table, and they'd commingle them, and they'd be from all different kinds of countries from all around the world. And you'd sit at the table maybe where people hardly spoke any English. They'd be from Europe, some would be from Mexico, United States, of course, all over the United States. But there might be people from Europe that would come here to Mexico. Here they are cooking up different things, different foods. Oh, she got tortillas going there, cooking up different things. You go along and you would pick what looks interesting to you. You go, now that looks interesting, I'll have some of that fish, and I'll have a taco, or whatever it is you wanted. They had it available there for you. And you just pick what you want, and away you went. We go enchiladas, whatever it is there. Big production, this food, on a grand scale. And all these Mexican peoples would cook up all those things. This is at the level where they had the Mexican dishes. But the American level is just as big, huge building. And then they had a lot of tables where you all sit. You bring your dish or dishes, maybe two big full dishes of things, and of the different foods. I got to try all different kinds of Mexican foods that way. Was that fun? They had shrimp, big, huge shrimp. Remember one time I was looking over as they were cooking the shrimp. Oh, I don't know if it was there or someplace. And she says, "You want shrimp? You look like you were really interested in that shrimp." I says, "Yeah." She says, how many would you like?" I said, "Well, how many can I get?" She said, "Bring over your plate." She took the whole pan of shrimp and dumped it into my plate. It was a plate full of shrimp. So I went back and me and Rolly just sat there and shrimped out, I'll tell you. Delicious. This is a pool that they had there at Club Med. We sat around the pool under the umbrellas. Or you could sit at the beach. Whichever way you wanted to do it. Big pool. They'd have pool exercise, pool games at certain times. Other times you just did whatever you wanted in the pool. Go swimming in the pool and everything. Or you could go out on the beach. Big, nice, huge beach you could go to and go swimming on their big, huge beach. So half went to the pool and half went to the beach. I think this is where I went parasailing too. Went up into a parasail and went parasailing. Was that fun? I wouldn't do it again, but that was fun one time.